tonight.
When the modern Olympic Games began in 1896, the Stawell gift was already 18 years old. Once again, over the Easter break weekend, Sandy, stop it. Hundreds of athletes descended on the Victorian provincial town of Stawell for the running of one of the most unique and richest foot races in the world, and Craig Willis joined them.
What is fascinating is that it is only local townspeople who officiate here, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so to speak. It's the only event of the year that they officiate at, and yet it all goes off with clockwork accuracy.
In terms of Australian sporting folklore, it ranks second only to the Melbourne Cup as our most famous race. Since 1878, they've been coming to this small gold mining town, 2 hours from Melbourne, to run in the Stawell gift.
Now watch Carr. He's forging ahead and with every ounce of strength throws himself forward to snatch the win from Curry by only a foot, with Knight the same distance away third.
53. Each year begins with the famous calling of the card, held on Good Friday night for the first time this year at the local trotting track.
10 each way on Roberts.
Roberts is 80 to 10 each way.
It's where the athletes, bookies and punters gather. It's where the smart money comes and goes. And if you want to find a tip for the race, this is the place to come. The heats for the gift start on Easter Saturday, all 33 of them, with, as it is so quaintly put in the program, one man taken from each heat to go into the semi-final. Most interest centred on 200-metre national champion Steve Brimacombe, who won this race in 1991. He started off scratch and easily progressed to the semis.
I just hope to make a final, to cap my season off, and that'd make me happy.
The Stawell gift isn't just about running, it's about tradition. And people like starter Vern Chapman have been a part of the carnival for many years.
Set!
They're on their way, and Tickner is away from Henderson, further back to Brown and Shaw.
Well, I've had a fair bit of experience, and I've got to be fair to every runner. So, yeah, it is a fair responsibility, but I accept that as part of the game, yeah.
What would you say is the hardest part of your job?
The final of the gift. Starting the final of the gift, because that's when the adrenaline's running with all runners, and they're all geared up. They want to get to the line first, and of course in the back of your mind there's always that unthinkable thing that may happen, you know. So, yeah, the final of the gift.
Roger Barbetti is the man who prepares the famous ground and has done so for the past 9 years.
Our involvement starts almost at the conclusion of the football season the year before, and we do our basic groundwork then, and the intensive preparation is certainly the last couple of weeks leading up to Easter.
Hipworth in the Grampians, Hipworth 9 to 3 and 2 the place.
As the heats progress, the bookies get busier. And one regular at Stawell for the past 58 years is Snowy Edwards, who claims the money isn't as good as it used to be.
On the semis or the gift.
Generally, with everyone you talk with, the bookies and everything, their money's down and everything. I remember last year my takings down was about 15,000, and we couldn't carry the bag home at the finish because there was $600 in gold coins.
The Easter weekend is also reunion time for the runners of yesteryear. Cyril Butcher Roberts finished third in the 1935 gift. In those days, after the Depression, he, like so many others, competed at races like Stawell in order to survive.
In my young days, when I ran third, I got about £70. But that was a lot of money because I needed it. I drove a butcher's cart till Thursday night before Stawell, and I could hardly get my fare up here. And really, during the Depression, kept me going.
Away to a perfect start. What a race. Gardner and Burton running well on the outside. Martin, Banner and Street in line behind them. Now Gardner gets to the front, but Martin and Banner are after him. What a finish. What handicapping for the first time in
Sunday at Stawell is a pretty relaxed affair, with many visitors taking advantage of the nearby Grampian Mountain scenery. And it's back to business on Easter Monday. And during the semi-finals, it was again Brimacombe who starred. And he'd achieved his aim of making his second final at Stawell. As the afternoon progressed, the punters made Michael Burke from Richmond in Victoria the odds-on favourite for the 1994 gift. After a year of preparation and an exhausting round of heats and semi-finals run over the Easter weekend and some fairly frenetic activity in the betting ring, it all comes to this. 6 finalists down the 120-metre straight, all aiming to be first across the line at the most famous finishing post in Australian pro running.
They're on their way, and Cavallo, it is away from Burke, further back to Lewis has got to the front. Burke's in trouble. Lewis has got to the front of the gift. Home comes Rivercombe down the outside. Lewis in front.
Rod Lewis from Ringwood had won the $24,000 first prize in his third attempt at the famous race.
Rod, how do you feel now after the presentation that it's sunk in that you've won the Stawell gift?
Oh, pretty ecstatic.
When did you think you had the race won?
Looking across the line, of course, yeah. Didn't really think, just go. No, not going.
What's it mean now from your point of view at your age to have won a Stawell gift here?
Hasn't really hit me yet. I'm still trying to get used to it.
It's such a fantastic event and such a historic event, and of course part of a very big weekend in sport. That Easter weekend is just incredible, Sandy.
A weekend that Rod Lewis will certainly never forget, nor will others that journeyed down the coast, because Bells Beach witnessed some spectacular surfing from the world's best last weekend as well.